Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about probably the craziest PvP drama that we have seen in Mists of Pandaria. I genuinely don't get why people are so upset about this, either way of this argument. I get why the devs are taking the actions that they're taking because they essentially have to for the game to stay healthy and people be able to buy their PvP gear. So that was the original fix. And now people are just up in arms because stuff has moved, stuff has changed, stuff is going all over the place. And it is some juicy drama. And the forums are just over the moon. So to begin with, the little backstory is the PvP vendors, when they put the gear in, they're normally here at this flight path right by Hatred's Vice and such, and then those were not working, so they then moved them right in front of me at the Vale right here for the Horde at the very least, and this is where you went for your PvP gear and PvP vendors. And now people got into a heated debate on Twitter with the devs and what it meant, why we haven't seen it, because world PvPers really enjoy wall PvP, which I guess was something super iconic with MoP. I don't partake in it. I don't really know much about it, so I can't really speak on it if it's a live thing. But I can tell you here on Faralina, and probably the same on Benediction, for the Alliance, it's 99-1, so the only people you're finding are gankers and griefers just trying to stream. I've only encountered one person stream sniping me thus far. That's the only world PvP I've actually had. So the solution now, after all that, is they have moved the vendors to the Gate of the Setting Sun over here in the Vale. So this should be their new location. However, people don't, you literally just open your map and you see the icon right here. You can see it in Townlong Steps. You can see it in Dreadways. And I even had someone on Alliance tell me they could see it from Valley of Four Winds. So just a little Alliance favoritism right there. Because obviously, I can't see my Horde emblem here. And it's just ridiculous that I can't see that. But obviously being a little facetious with that. But here is the new vendor location right here. You can fly from your Shrine of 2 Moons or 7 Stars, and you approach the gate right here, and you can go to your PvP vendor. And now I'm going to display that it works before we dive into the lore of everything and what people were saying and so on. So you literally just come here, it dismounts you, you can buy whatever you want right here. And then the Alliance vendor is right over here across the way for Alliance PvP people. So I guess they've turned this into a phased area so you can have PvP combat instead of having the manted fight or whatnot. And I think it shifts based off the dailies too. So it could be really interesting. But as you can see, people are either dueling or PvPing here. But it kind of turns it into just a isolated arena opposed to actual wall PvP. So I don't get the big fuss. But anyway, let's get into the big fuss and drama. So here is Twitter, and this is the post that happened about 7 days ago, last week. So Wild was complaining that no PvP on the wall because of temporary fixes in quotes. So Zyrene chimed in and said, just to shed some light on this if I can, temporary means not permanent. We very consciously did not promise anywhere that this was going to be done quickly. We did promise that they won't stay there where they were moved to for all of MoP, as it was a non-permanent measure. The update I can give is there is a complete fix for them in 5.51. Barring another issue coming up, they'll be back to their places then. Moving them to any desired world PvP areas in 5.5 proved to be a higher risk of causing them not to function again without the 5.51 fix in place. We understand this isn't ideal, but the core issue is large enough that it has to be done with a patch. So they need a big patch to change it. As we can see, though, this in a week they have discovered a new area, and that is what I essentially think. This thread goes on for a while, and they really get into it, talking to it back and forth about it all. You can check it out if you want here as well. But I'm going to the more exciting thing, but that's just to give the ground story. And a week from now, they have now put them at this new location. So now we're going to bring it over here to the forums of the today. So this is the original thread right here, where they said they were going to do it. It's been dead for like a month now because they said they temporarily removed it and put them here, and people were like, oh, thanks, that's a good change, etc., etc., etc. Then we come to today where they've moved the vendors removed from the shrines, and the ones at the wall still don't work. Nice. Bro didn't look at his map at all. Confirmed. While that the vendors still don't work, so PvP gear just can't be bought. No, you can't read a map. The vendors near the wall are working for me, baffling to remove the ones from the shrine if it's not actually fixed. Once again, I just don't get how people can't read their map. Like, all these people that are complaining here literally can't read the map. Like, they are just sitting here complaining. Here is Love Butter. He says PvP vendors are located in the Vale and should be for Horde or Lion symbol right next to 5. So, like, we have hours of people talking and complaining before someone actually opened up their map. It is just mind-boggling to me that people can't read. And then this dude says, remove these vendors out. You had ample time to fix the problem on the wall. Absolutely absurd. So, I mean, they did remove the vendors, but now you guys have your little world PvP area at the vendors for people to fight with. So we're back to not getting PvP. This was such a bad fix because one guy whined about World PvP. World PvP has been a dead concept since TBC. If people want PvP, we have multiple options such as BG's Arena, bring these vendors back to the shrines. I actually agree with this guy because like I said, I have had one instance of World PvP this entire time here on Faralina with all the layers, us being 99% horde, and it was a rogue stream sniping me. That's literally the only PvP interaction I have encountered, and it's kind of crazy. Delete your sad layer, everything will be okay. Anyone find a fix yet? Are the wall vendors working? Like, how do people not look? Like, Love Butter has said this 3 times. He's actually in my guild, by the way. But he has said this so many times to these people. What's the current status on this? I can't get to the wall. I can't get to the wall. But, okay, finally. It took them hours to say confirmed. They're here. Thank you. We figured it out. But it's just people complaining. The battle begins. The wall vendors are still in place. They flicker in and out of existence at speed. But if you can select them, indeed, you can use them. Like, the vendors are at the setting sun, guys, and I'm mainly making this video to highlight just I don't understand how people, like, do people not look at their maps? Do people not read anymore? Like, the first thing I did was I saw they weren't there. I opened my map because, one, I didn't know exactly where they were, but I was going to go over there and just buy some honor gear to get my honor sets because I am justice capped before I do some celestials. So I was going there, and then I was like, huh, that seems a little south to me. And then lo and behold, it's right here. So mainly I'm making this video to point out the new vendors, and just the sheer incompetence of people is kind of crazy to my, and like, I don't think it was that hard to open your eyes and read a map. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, it's just crazy that there's this much drama and people complaining everywhere about this PvP situation and not having their wall PvP, when most of the people are just trying to be boomkins and shamans and just knock people off the wall for their clip. It's never going to be like it was in original mob. People have chosen with overwhelming majority to go to 99% alliance and horde servers. So like, you guys can all go to Grobulus and have your balanced PvP. There's about like 2,000-3,000 people there for alliance and horde right now, so you can have your balanced server there. That's where people are if you truly want balance, but I doubt those people will go there. And I would honestly listen to any of those people if they were on Grobulus and complaining there. I think it would be really interesting to see. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I truly hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.